What is up, guys? This is Quell here, and today there's a Brontosaur egg right next to me, and there is a max level female Brontosaurus right there, and so a little bit of a funny story that happened today. So I remember when I logged on, I remember that I had dropped my inventory down somewhere, but I couldn't remember where, and I couldn't remember when, and basically, because when you go into your inventory and you hit like drop all, you get like your stuff lasts 30 minutes on the ground. However, when you die, it's like lasts a couple hours. But if you manually drop it, yeah, it lasts about 30 minutes, and I couldn't find my bag, so everything in my inventory just disappeared because, I mean, your bag only lasts 30 minutes before it disappears. So, yeah, really dumb. So that means that the really, really awesome long neck rifle that I just recently crafted up, and it took so much metal to craft it, was lost, and I had to craft up a new one, which didn't take too long, but I mean, it's still a pain, and I'm still trying to craft up a bunch of ammo and stuff. Okay, that was just really stupid on my part, but yeah, at least I got most of the important stuff. I mean, I can't even remember what else I would be missing. I mean, a lot of this stuff is from an alpha raptor I just killed before starting this video. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's and make sure you're on passive. I mean, these guys are really slow, so shouldn't be too hard. Actually, might even be able to just do this and just kind of kite the Brontosaur. So yeah, this is probably going to take a while, so I might just cut to when this max level gets knocked out, because it's going to take forever. But yeah, so maybe I can have you unfollow. So yeah, I guess I'll bring you guys back once this thing is knocked out, and yeah. Okay, hopefully I didn't hit you after. I did not. Amazing. Okay, so this thing is probably going to take a while to tame. 13,000 health, and I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, the melee damage looks fairly good, actually. That actually looks really good. That might be high. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna run this this girl's stats through Dododex, and I will bring you guys back once this Brontosaurus tamed up, and yeah. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, the Brontosaurus tamed, and what's really good is that she has high health, low oxygen, which is pretty good because it frees up a lot of points for the other stats, and low food, which is also good, at least in this case it is, and almost high melee, which is really good. And yeah, these things are painfully slow, but hopefully with these good stats I might be able to start Brontosaur mutations soon. And it's going to take me forever to walk over to that purple drop, so I'm just gonna run up to it. And see, here's the thing. They might not even be doing these anymore, but they really need to do a TLC for the Brontosaur because, I mean, well, the model isn't too bad. I mean, it could use an update, I guess. I mean, look at these toenails. These toenails don't look like toenails at all. They look like they're covered in skin. It looks really weird. But aside from that, the model doesn't look too bad. Definitely could use some like polish and like some extra detail. But in terms of abilities, the Brontosaur currently has like nothing. The only thing that it has, and the only thing that it has ever had, was a tail swipe, which is like extremely good AoE and does decent damage and really good for gathering berries. But aside from that, also they have this like, what's weird is that they have a secondary attack, at least on console, that does the exact same thing. Like, there's no difference. Like, it does the same amount of damage, but the weird thing is, where the normal attack you can swing the tail either way, with this attack, it only does it to the left, which is weird. I don't get it, but maybe that's a bug or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of abilities, this thing has like nothing. I mean, they do have a platform saddle. Let's see if I can kill you. Oh, come on. There we go. Like, tripped up its legs. But yeah, it does have a platform saddle, but I mean, I don't really know how useful that is. It just obliterated that Dimorphodon. But yeah, so the Brontosaur and ARK, not really useful at all. I mean, nobody tames these things because, number one, they take forever to tame. Like, even with kibble, like, large herbivores in this game, they take a lot of kibble to tame, which I feel like it shouldn't really be a thing. At least it should be scaled down a little bit, but especially considering how useless this thing is. But in terms of what they can do to it to make it better, I really don't know. See, the thing is, the reason why nobody really uses them anymore, it's not because they're not strong. I mean, they do have a boatload of health, and they do some decent damage, and they have a really good AoE. It's just the problem is, they're so slow. Like, that's the problem. And their turning radius is awful. I mean, actually, it's not really that bad. It's not as bad as some of the other big creatures, but I mean, if you're like stuck and you're trying to get out, it takes forever to back up and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the main reason why nobody tames these things. But what, like, and that's something that you can't really counteract without it being like ridiculous. You can't like make the Brontosaurus like extremely fast because that's extremely unrealistic and it would just look ridiculous. But what they could do is sort of like for the ARK Editions mod, because the ARK Editions mod has the Brachiosaurus, and that thing is amazing. But even though the Brachiosaurus in that mod is so slow, like similar to the speed of the Brontosaurus, it does so much more damage with that like stomp attack that it does. It does so much damage, and the fact that it does that much damage alone makes it worth it, regardless of how slow it is. And so I think that's what needs to be done with the Brontosaur, is that I just swatted that Dimorphodon out of the universe right there. But oh, what's happening? I hear battle music. What the hell? didn't seem to be anything. All right. Maybe it was the... I don't know what it was. No, my Argentavis is fine. But I think that's pretty much the only thing they can do to the Brontosaur that would actually make it useful. Because the Titanosaur, I mean, I don't know how frequently those things are used on PvP, but I imagine that it is pretty damn useful considering that it is extremely strong, regardless of how slow it is. It is really strong. Oh, I didn't mean to eat 6, I only meant to eat 5, but, of the cooked meat, but the Titanosaur taming, it takes forever. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's so frustrating to tame a Titanosaur, but on PvP, it's kind of worth it, because, I mean, if you have a Titanosaur, very few things can stand up to you, and you can just destroy someone's base really easily, and you can build turn it into like a siege creature, like have like a bunch of cannons and ballistas on it and stuff like that to like absolutely ruin someone else's base. But I think that's what they need to do to the Brontosaur. Just make it have a ridiculously strong attack, like a stomp or like an improved tail whip or something like that, to make it worth taming, because it's not worth taming because it's so slow, and there's no real benefit to choosing this. There's no real benefit to choosing the Brontosaur to fight something that's attacking your base over like a T-Rex, because a T-Rex does more damage than a Brontosaur, which is kind of stupid how that's the case, because I mean, Brontosaur is way bigger. It should do more damage, especially with that tail whip. I mean, like, come on. I'm pretty sure that if a Brontosaur, at least a Brontosaur of this size, if it hit you with its tail like that, it would be more devastating than a T-Rex biting you. But I don't know. At least a Brontosaur of this size. But yeah, the T-Rex does more damage than the Brontosaur, and it is faster. So it's just, if there's something like attacking your base that you need to take out quickly, just everyone would choose their T-Rex over their Brontosaur, because it's faster and it does more damage. But I mean, if something is attacking your base, imagine if like the Brontosaur could do this like amazingly powerful attack. It doesn't have to be OP. Like, it doesn't have to do like tens of thousands of damage. It could do like maybe like a max level could do like a couple thousand, maybe 1,000 to 2,000, unleveled, unimprinted, or something like that. That would make it so useful, and it would make a lot of people want to tame one and to almost kind of like ignore how slow it is, because that's what happened with the Brachiosaurus in the ARK Editions mod. That thing is pretty slow, but it does so much damage, so no one really cares how slow it is. And also with cryopods and stuff, even that, like, and also with cryopods and stuff, you can even negate the fact that it's so slow at all. And you could just throw out cryopod with a Brontosaur and then just wreak havoc. So yeah, that's pretty much all they can do to the Brontosaur to make it better, aside from giving it like an improved model and maybe better animations, because I mean, Brontosaurus has been in the game since the very beginning. I mean, it desperately needs a rework, desperately needs an update in terms of like its model and its animations. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. So if you like this video, Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and bye-bye, birdie. And Diplodocus is even more useless. Don't even get me started about that thing. Jesus.